Part 2. Vampires in this story can walk into the daylight without burning, prefer the taste of human over lichens, but accept it if they're mated, so they'll drink from a lichen if they're mated. They will also go comatose if they push themselves too far with their powers, have strong emotional changes, you see something like that later, or go long time without eating or drinking blood. They can also develop secondary bonds with someone they drink from if they're mated or someone they're close to. These bonds are telepathic, so they can hear each other's thoughts, feel each other's emotions, and detect if one of them are in danger. So kind of like Edward's, Jasper's, and that one Irish vampire's powers mixed into one is the standard powers for these vampires. Vampires are only created by the vampires biting someone, then infusing them with the elder vampire's blood while reading an old book in a ceremony of rites, along with touching the one turning to share their final body heat. You see this later on in the book. There's a big event of it, and it takes up about 1 or 2 pages. Warning, spoilers ahead. If you're not a fan of spoilers, I would recommend to stop right here and go to the part of the video that says in the spoilers to continue for the likes and dislikes portion of the segment along with the rating. If you don't mind spoilers, please continue and enjoy. Big plot points, part 1. Lean Bull is being fawned over by 2 of his female classmates, and this is where Hyeongje notices him and the reaction he gets from female students. Hyeongje's best friend Jin-sun asks him to be his wingman for a party he doesn't want to go to, but then his best friend talks him into it. At the party, he meets a nice girl he thinks is pretty with sakura earrings. They get on like a house on fire and start talking, but she had to go to the bathroom. As time goes on, he notices she has not come back, so he went to go look for her and finds her being assaulted. So he does a roundhouse kick on her attacker and knocking him to the ground, and realizes that it's Lean Bull who grabs Hyeongje by the neck and ends up biting him because he's hungry, even though he doesn't like the same sex. When Hyeongje wakes up the next day, he knows something was off, and when he sees Lean Bull, he stays avoiding him until Lean Bull corners him and explains what happened. This is where Hyeongje finds out that he's a lichen, and he now has a blood psychokinetic bond with Lean Bull. They avoid each other afterwards, but when Hyeongje needs his first feeding, it's hinted at that Lean Bull might have started the transformation process, but they're not sure yet. His bondmate comes and rescues him and takes him to the bathroom where things get kind of hot and heavy. This is when they start noticing they're kind of attracted to one another. Afterwards, they enter a sexual relationship and things start building between them, like really hot and heavy. Feelings start to form, but they both try to fight it by seeing other people because they couldn't accept each other. But when it gets out that Hyeongje is a female lichen and that Lean Bull were having a thing together because they weren't being pretty discreet about it. And regarding the seeing other women, that only lasted for a short time because, well, they couldn't deny each other. Big